YouTube, this is Vargas XX78, back with you all with a collection comic book pickup video. It's been about 2 months since I've gone to pick up my comic books. Between personal stuff, issues that have come up, money problems, I have not been able to go pick up my comic books. Actually, what you see here isn't even all I had. Unfortunately, all the stuff that I had to, only take half. So what I did is that I took the most important things that I read from DC. I left, unfortunately, a whole bunch of DC books, and I took away the more expensive Marvel things. So yeah, this is an incomplete pickup video. I'm hoping that I'll be able to save some more money quick and clean out my file. But for now, this is the first chunk of the comic book pickup. So let's get started with Action Comics issue 978. And in this issue, after the Superman Reborn story arc, Superman is still going through his life, trying to see if he can determine any changes that have happened while the Superman Revenge Squad is being formed. So what I left behind is I left the following issues of Action Comics with that storyline, and they reintroduced General Zod and all the Superman books. So unfortunately, yeah, I had to leave those Superman books. Then I picked up Batman issue 21, and I don't know if this will come up, but this has a really cool lenticular cover. You got Batman and then the Flash, and this is trying to figure out the mystery of the button that was inside the Batcave. Now, if you don't follow DC, DC Comics is doing this big building thing where the DC universe is going to fight the Watchmen universe, because apparently Dr. Manhattan is behind a whole bunch of stuff. So this crossed over with Flash, but I couldn't pick up Flash because, again, I ain't got that much money. But then we got another lenticular cover. You got Flashpoint Batman, which was Thomas Wayne, Bruce's dad. And you got the reverse... actually, this is Professor Zoom. I was going to say the reverse Flash, but no, this is Zoom. Love these covers. I kind of do wish I would have picked up the Flash ones. But the big thing about those books is that they reintroduce Jay Garrick, the original Flash. Also picked up issue 23 with The Brave and the Mold. Crossover between Batman and Swamp Thing, and that's always awesome. I freaking love Swamp Thing, and this crossover was pretty cool. I really like this issue. And the big Batman issue 24. If you haven't found out about this somehow, in this issue, Batman proposes to Catwoman. He realizes that he loves Catwoman and proposes her to marry him. So yeah, this is actually pretty big. I had to pick up the Batman books because Batman is my favorite DC character. But this blew me away, the fact that Batman actually proposed to Catwoman. This is pretty cool. And the last issue of Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventure crossover. The Turtles team up with Batman to stop a Krang invention. So yeah, this was also pretty gnarly. Also, like I said, this is going to be all Marvel. What issue is this? Issue 25 of the Amazing Spider-Man is $10. So for obvious reasons, I had to leave that book. Because $10 hurts my economy really bad. But this is issue 26 of Amazing Spider-Man, and here Silver Sable returns. She was killed, well, apparently killed, during the Dr. Octopus thing where he tried to conquer the world before his death. Oh yeah. Then we have issue 27, and I really dig the Alex Ross covers. I really dig this. But what's happening here is that the Spider-Man company is fighting a worldwide Green Goblin organization. So it's basically the Goblin versus Spider-Man on a global scale. And then we have issue 28. No gadgets, no powers, no holds bar. Now, a lot of people are not liking Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man, I will admit, is hit or miss. some things that come out are cool, some things not so much. I don't know what the future holds for Amazing Spider-Man, but I don't think it's as bad as other people might think. The one I am loving is this one. This is Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, issue 5. This is it's a what if storyline that was introduced during the Secret Wars, where Peter Parker is still married with Mary Jane, and they still have their daughter. And this, I think, is pretty cool. I still can't help but feel that Marvel ripped off the DC when they introduced Superdad with still married to Lois Lane and with his son Jonathan. And Marvel's like, wow, that was a hit. Let's do the same with Peter Parker. Everyone keeps complaining about the marriage. Let's release a book that has the marriage intact and they have their kid. And honestly, I'm glad they did that because I like this status quo a lot more than the current one. I like Peter Parker being married to Mary Jane and having their kid. Say what you will, maybe it's because I'm a parent now, but dang it, I like that quite a bit. Then we got issue 6 with the X-Men, and issue 7 against Magneto. So pretty cool books in my opinion. And in this one, issue 8, you got Venom seemingly possessing Mary Jane. So really digging this a lot. I hope this book continues, but yeah, again, I don't know what's going to happen. Then I picked up Justice League, crosses over with the Power Rangers, issue 4. I really dig this cover with Brainiac and Lord Zed. Lord Zed is by far my favorite Power Ranger villain. I just like the hard look that he has, because you can see his brain and his muscles. And even though in the TV show he was a total idiot, but goddamn it, I love the look of Lord Zed. Then we have the last issue of Predator versus Judge Dredd versus Aliens. Finally came out. My God, did this book get pushed back for months and months and months for no apparent reason? But wow, I love crossovers. If you watch my channel, you know that. I freaking love the idea of the Predator and the Alien teaming up with anyone, and they team up with Judge Dredd. I am the law. Good book, good artwork, good story, good representation of each one of the monsters, and Judge Dredd. I really like this. This was a good book, even though it got delayed to shit and back. Picked up Simpsons Comics 239 because I'm a huge fan of The Simpsons, love The Simpsons, and I will always love The Simpsons. And I hope this book goes on for many years as well. Picked up Star Wars issue 31. Right now the Star Wars books are going through a crossover with Dr. Aphra, and called the Screaming Citadel. It released in a one-shot, then crosses over with Star Wars 31, then Dr. Aphra, then again with Star Wars and Star Wars 32. This is part 4, so I'm guessing they're going to release another single one-shot. But the Star Wars books are pretty cool. They did recently relaunch another Darth Vader book. This one, the Darth Vader book is going to take place after the events of Revenge of the Sith. But again, my economy being what it is, I couldn't pick that one up. But I am still continue buying the Darth Maul miniseries. Even though, unfortunately, Darth Maul got taken out like a punk in Star Wars Rebels, I still like the character a lot. Visually, very cool, and everything that he's done in Rebels is pretty amazing. So yeah, I had to pick this crossover. And I picked up Wolverine, Old Man Logan, issue 22, where Wolverine was sent during different periods of his life, while an evil magician is trying to auction his body. So that was 22. We got 23. I love the covers, by the way. And 24. This one's very touching because he goes up to the point where he's with his family. So this was really cool because he has one more day to spend with his family. For a moment, he thinks about changing things, but he doesn't do it, and he just enjoys this one more day with his family. And I thought that was a very good moment for Old Man Logan. So I really dug this a lot. And then we have issue 26, which has the Maestro going up against Old Man Logan. But the Hulk clan from Old Man Logan's timeline is in the Marvel Universe, so I don't know how that actually works out, but I'm looking forward to the Maestro going up against Logan. So that's going to be cool. Also picked up All New Wolverine issue 20, where X-23, well, not Wolverine, I'm sorry, Laura Wolverine is trying to stop an alien plague, and that continues in issue, actually, I had it the other way around. Oh yeah, it's issue 20, then issue 21, with the new Iron Lass. But again, I've mentioned this before, I don't get why Marvel, I kind of get why they did it, but I don't think it's working out for them that they replaced all their heroes with female heroes. I think the only one that's worked, and it's worked because they already used an established character and turned her into a legacy character, which is Lara, X-23. She took the mantle of Wolverine after Logan died. She wasn't just all of a sudden, oh, guess what, bam, you're Iron Man or you're Thor or something like that. So I think, in my personal opinion, the one that works the best, or has worked the best, is X-23. I really, really like that interpretation of Wolverine. Also, still picking up X-Men Gold, which had a huge controversy with the artist. He got himself fired. They had to do everything real quick, so that they could continue with the book. This is issue 3 of X-Men Gold. And we got issue 4, which introduces Gambit. And then we have issue 5. So, yeah, I'm digging X-Men Gold. I'm not picking up X-Men Blue, but one of the complaints that I had is that they were outcasting the X-Men. You know, they were pushing the Avengers really hard, and then they were forgetting about the X-Men. But now they're falling dangerously close into oversaturating the X-Men again, just like they did in the 90s, because there's X-Men Gold, then there's X-Men Blue, then there's Weapon X, and soon there's going to be a Astonishing X-Men, which is another X-Men book. So, yeah, I was happy with getting the one X-Men book, but the roster in Astonishing X-Men looks really cool, so, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do there. I can't honestly afford to pick up another book, but we'll see. Maybe I'll pick up the first issue and determine whether or not to keep it. But, yeah. That was the comic book pickup video. Like I said, mostly Marvel stuff, because Marvel is the most expensive of the two companies. DC still prices their books at $2.99 plus the discount at the store. It's $2.39, whereas Marvel is $3.99, and that's $3.19. It's $1, but honestly, it's $1 that I could end up using for other stuff. So, sometimes when I remember to do it, I like to recap the best books of the haul. I am going to recommend, if you're a horror fan and a comic book fan, which if you are like me, you probably are, definitely try to track down the Predator Judge Dredd versus Aliens crossover. Really good artwork, really good storyline, in my opinion. I really, really dug the hell out of this. And also going to recommend, as soon as I get to it, the Batman books. Batman books have been really good. Next storyline is going to be a war of riddles and jokes with the Riddler and the Joker. And I'm hoping that they resolve that mystery with the 3 Jokers that they set up in Rebirth, and they haven't touched upon. There's also another book that I left behind because it was $5 called Dark Days The Forge, which I need to pick up. I've heard good things about that one, but I need to go to the comic book store with some cash on hand to get that. And the last 2 issues of Dark Knight 3, because that thing finally ended. So yeah, but until then, guys, thanks so much for watching. And until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78 from the Vargas Vault, thanking you all and signing out.